I always say selling on Alibaba.com is kind of like being at like 5 trade shows at once.
We've been able to seal a lot of deals just using the platform.
About 50 to 60%. My export business comes from Alibaba.
Going from doing one order to doing 20 or 30 orders in a 1 or 2 month period, the platform speaks for itself. That's just weight in gold.
I mean, when you do a good job with Alibaba.com, buyers from everywhere around the world, they will know about you. And I can now develop and export my product in over 45 countries.
Once I started with Alibaba, I was able to reach people all across the world, like Tanzania and Kenya and Africa and the UK and Germany.
I'm selling product in UAE, Saudi Arabia, Great Britain, and a host of others. I wouldn't have reached those customers without Alibaba.com.
Selling on Alibaba.com has gotten easier than ever, introducing our new flexible payment plan options. When you sign up for an Alibaba.com seller membership, choose between paying annually or quarterly. Regardless of which plan you choose, get the same seller service and all-encompassing suite of features that make us the world's leading online B2B marketplace. With 0% commission taken on sales, keep the customer relationships you make and profits you win. Conduct business the way you want to. Build the business you've always wanted, now with more flexibility than ever. Let's make it easy to do business anywhere.
Sell on Alibaba.com.
They made the onboarding process very, very easy. Once I paid my fees, after that, I don't need to worry about anything. If you have a product and you want to sell on the international market, I would say you should not wait. You should just reach out to Alibaba.
We've been able to seal a lot of deals just using the platform. The best thing that Alibaba does really is the support that you get, because it's a whole new world once you get on the platform. Eric Cross and his team, they really helped me and my team navigate the website, you know, what to do, what not to do, the best practices. So that really, to me, is like one of the greatest assets to being on the platform.
I think US-based sellers have a huge opportunity, specifically because there aren't that many of them. And we had a dedicated customer service success manager who was incredibly knowledgeable about the platform. And he honestly almost became a teammate. And I have no doubt that anyone else who is going through that process is going to have a similar experience.
Alibaba.com team is absolutely amazing. They were always there, making sure that I understand the platform. They were smart, very reactive whenever I had a question, and they were so patient. And as I continue to grow the business, they continue to connect me with experts to help me with specific business questions.
Why we got such a fast sale, I would attribute it to Alibaba's onboarding team. They've done a really great job building our store for us, and that's one of the reasons why we're so successful, is they know what they're doing, so we trust them to do their job.
Hello everyone, my name is Jessica Chen and I'm Marketing Manager here at Alibaba.com North America. Welcome to our webinar today, how to export to 6 countries using Alibaba.com. Before we begin, I thought we would first introduce ourselves to you first. So here's a little video to explain what Alibaba.com is like to you.
Unleash infinite business opportunities with Alibaba.com, the world's largest online B2B marketplace. With over 40 million active buyers, 300,000 daily inquiries, important business deals are being made around the world all the time using our platform. Best of all, we take 0% commission on your sales. By signing up as an Alibaba.com supplier, you keep the money you earn, every single cent. Now is the perfect time to sign up. Professional onboarding services can get you started faster and with less stress than ever. Take advantage of classic Alibaba.com features, such as attracting buyers from over 200 countries and regions to your online store, where they can reach out with inquiries about your products. There's also no need to worry about language barriers. We translate your store and messages into 15 languages so you can communicate with the world with ease. Proactively net orders by browsing and responding to sourcing requests on the request for quotation or RFQ market. Any relationships you gain from reaching out to sourcers on the RFQ market are yours. Finally, attain exclusive data-driven insights and 24/7 customer support from our team right here in the USA. We'll help guide you to success using proprietary insight gained from our over 20 years in online B2B sales. Because of these features, Alibaba.com has become the wholesale B2B platform trusted by US suppliers. Grow with us no matter your business type. Now, it's easier than ever to start selling with our new flexible payment options. Let's make it easy to do business anywhere. Sell on Alibaba.com.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. And now that you know a little bit about us, I thought maybe we could also get to know you a little bit. So I'm going to ask a few questions and feel free to participate. So the first question is, I want to learn about you guys. So what are you looking to do on Alibaba.com? Are you looking to sell products or source products, or both sell and source products, or maybe neither? Like, how you approach this platform varies greatly based on what you plan on doing on here. And this will help us tailor our content towards you as well. Okay, so I'm gonna wait a few more seconds. Please get your answers in. All right. So it looks like the majority of you are actually here to either sell products or both sell and source, which is really wonderful news for us. This webinar in particular is more geared towards those of you who want to sell on the platform and how to find new business partners and new buyers internationally. Okay, so next, let's learn a little bit about your business. So what kind of business are you? Are you a manufacturer, a wholesaler or distributor, a retailer type, or an other? Well, how you use the platform and how you advertise your capabilities on the platform will also vary differently based on what kind of business you are. Wait another 10 seconds. Please get your answers in. Thank you so much for participating. So it looks like that there's actually a pretty fair distribution amongst all different kinds. And honestly, if you are a manufacturer, wholesale, distributor, retailer, no matter which of these you are, there's ways to find international customers that will be helpful for your business. So let's figure this. One last question. And finally, what would you like from us? What would you like from us? So what are you looking forward to learning the most about in this session? So how to locate markets where you can find potential global buyers. So figuring out where in the world you should be selling your products. How to go from selling domestically to selling internationally. Like maybe before most of your business was domestic, but you're looking to go international now. Or how to use Alibaba.com specifically to sell globally. Maybe you're thinking about getting membership here as a supplier, and how can you use us as a tool to reach other people or as another selling channel. Also, how to quickly net multiple international buyers. That's also another situation. How do you make those business connections, and how do you expand on those so you can continue having business for years to come? Okay, so let's share the results. So it looks like most of you guys are actually really concerned or curious about how to use Alibaba.com specifically to sell globally. And I have really wonderful news for you today, which is that this webinar is actually mostly about that, like what tools we have, and I'm sure you'll get plenty of answers for that. So thank you again for participating in our poll. Without further ado, I want to introduce a special speaker. Our special speaker is Ben Gilroy, who is an enterprise account executive at Alibaba.com North America. I'm going to hand it off to you.
Thanks, Jess, and hi, everyone. My name's Ben. I'm working out of our New York City office here, helping some US sellers like yourselves join the Alibaba platform. So we're going to go through a quick little tour today about some of the capabilities and tools Alibaba has to enable and empower our sellers to find success in international markets. All right, so Alibaba.com stands at the forefront as the leading business-to-business e-commerce platform for global trading. We're going to go through some various tools specifically designed for sellers, each tailored to meet the needs of different industries you might be selling within. While many of you might be familiar with B2C e-commerce at this time, it's fascinating to note that B2B e-commerce is estimated to be about 6 times larger in value. It's no small number and certainly indicates the enormous potential that B2B e-commerce represents. In this ever-evolving landscape, Alibaba.com empowers businesses of all sizes, from small brands to global corporations, with digital tools, global reach, and creating an environment for conducting business on a global scale. Our aim is to enable your business not to just participate in the global industry, but to lead and win it as well. So, why is Alibaba considered the leading B2B marketplace? We always like to point to our numbers. So we connect about 40 million buyers from around the globe from over 200 different countries. And we are proud to serve more than 200,000 companies at this time who trust us to help them sell their products, which is totaling at over 200 million items. These offerings span across 75 countries, encompassing a vast spectrum of over 40 industries and 5,900 categories. And to ensure our platform reaches a global audience, it is now available in 18 languages. It's this unique mix of diversity, scale, and inclusivity that makes Alibaba.com the leading platform in global B2B trade. Now let's go into some specifics about our buyer demographics and their interests. The geographical distribution of our buyers is truly global. Some of the top countries include the US, UK, Canada, and Australia. But we also see some substantial engagement from many countries within the European Union, Latin America, and the Middle East. Alibaba.com covers every step of your global e-commerce journey. And as you begin as a seller on the Alibaba platform, we have some US-based account managers here, which will help you every step of the way. Whether that's building your Alibaba.com storefront or helping you post some of your early product listings here on the Alibaba platform, your US account manager can really be a key incentive to help you find success in some new markets. You'll also notice in the bottom left of this slide, we have real-time translating services. So let's say you've currently only sold domestically here in the US. It's really important to speak to someone in their native language so that they can understand your capabilities as a business. And if you're selling into a new market, let's say you have a Japanese buyer that sent you in an inquiry, we're going to real-time translate that into English so that as that inquiry hits your inbox, you're able to immediately respond to them in your own native language and have that translated back into theirs. This will really enable our sellers to build some relationships and conduct business more easily. All right. Moving on, we're going to speak on how Alibaba.com has some more tools to help grow your international business. This business here, Strategic Visionary Solutions, has been selling on the Alibaba platform for 3 years now. Denny, who we're going to meet in a quick video in a second, is a Marine, and during his time in service, he saw a need for this industrial coating product that he invented, but he wasn't exactly sure how to bring it to market. By utilizing the Alibaba platform, he was able to sell and is still selling in 9 different countries overseas. And he is able to find some success within his first year on the platform as well.
I spent 20 years in the Marine Corps moving equipment all over the world. One of the things that our equipment was exposed to was lots of salt damage. We had these tankers lined up in the back. I walked out there one day, I took a hammer, I hit the side of the tank and it went through them. The corrosion had eaten right through the tanks. We had to throw them all away, $1 million worth of equipment from salt fog. Had we had this coating, we never would have lost that equipment.
I began in 2003 to develop the world's most durable coating that you couldn't scratch, solvents, acids, UV rays wouldn't attack, and would have extreme corrosion resistance. And that's where we came up with the NanoClear brand.
I'm selling product in UAE, Saudi Arabia, Great Britain, and a host of others. We wouldn't have reached those customers without Alibaba.com. We made money the first year. Typically what I have found on trade shows is there's a lot of tire kickers and nobody buys. And so what I find on Alibaba is there's 40 million buyers. They're all looking to buy. When the pandemic was here, if you weren't electronic marketing, you weren't doing very well. Alibaba.com really helped us survive that, and now we're reaching out even more so worldwide. One of our customers came to us and he said, well, I do pools. Can you coat a pool? Let's go coat it. They look gorgeous. And he said, well, when am I going to have to come back to recoat this? Later this year? I said, no, how about 10 years? He was shocked. If you don't have a belief in that product that it's going to work, you shouldn't sell it. I'm at the hip with this phone 24/7. Top right corner is an Alibaba supplier, because sometimes in the middle of the night, they're zinging me up on that line. Sometimes at midnight isn't such a good thing for me, but it is a good thing for business. Boom, I get the call. Here we go.
Awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed getting to meet Denny there and hearing some more about his success through the platform. So moving on, we're going to focus a little bit on your Alibaba.com online storefront. This is an amazing tool for our sellers to bring in the buyers they're looking for with their products and services. You want to make sure when you build out this Alibaba.com storefront, you're really honest about your capabilities as a seller, as you want to attract the buyers that you are looking to bring into your business. Being able to respond to these inquiries that buyers will send into your page here in a quick manner will also yield some success through the Alibaba platform. With our AI translating services, that couldn't be any easier than it is right now. And as you get some inquiries into your business through this page, you'll also enjoy that we take 0 commissions of your sales. So any leads, any business you bring in through Alibaba will be 100% your business. Moving on to our RFQ market, or also known as our request for quotation market. So let's say I'm a buyer who's looking for a really specific product, or maybe I have some modifications that's unique to my needs that wouldn't necessarily be too easy to shop around for. If I talked to a supplier that was unable to facilitate that request, or maybe it was just too specific to find a supplier who could facilitate that, I would push that quote into our RFQ market as a buyer. As a seller, this is an amazing and unique opportunity you have through Alibaba to proactively reach back out to those buyers and let them know your capabilities of a business and give them a bid or respond to their quote for their business. You'll see that we get about 20,000 new requests every day into this RFQ market. So as you're in your early stages at Alibaba, or if you're ever looking to be proactive to bring in some new business, this RFQ market is a unique opportunity that Alibaba presents to its sellers to bring in some new business. Next, we're going to go over a couple of the digital tools we have here at Alibaba. So you'll see that we do have Alibaba Live, similar to the webinar we're on right now. This enables our sellers to present themselves directly in front of the buyers we have here at Alibaba and allow our buyers to ask questions in real time about the products being displayed. This is one of the few ways we can help our buyers and sellers build some trust to make business a little easier. You'll also notice TrueView right next to that. On TrueView, we allow our sellers to post some content relating to their products and their capabilities as a seller. Another medium that our buyers can scroll through to get a little bit more familiar with our sellers and their products. And then finally, we have the virtual reality showroom, which is an immersive virtual tour granting buyers exclusive access to factories and showrooms. And you can really think about this as a way to get right into the hands of your buyers and present your products directly to them. Become a little bit more familiar with your products. And like I said before, build that trust that makes business easier to do. Next, we'll move on into another tool we have for our sellers for Alibaba. Being in the space for about 20 years, Alibaba has encompassed a lot of data. And through this data, we're able to spot trends and potential new markets for our sellers to sell into. So with our previous example with the industrial coating, they were able to sell into 9 new markets utilizing these trends and data that we have here at Alibaba to empower them to make that decision that there is an opportunity in those 9 markets overseas. As a seller in Alibaba, you'll get this sent to you so that you can make those same decisions and make strategic decisions about where you want to take your business. So next, we're going to talk about harnessing the buying power we have here through Alibaba. I mentioned previous, there's about 40 million plus buyers we have here coming through the platform. So how can Alibaba.com help you find new customers globally? As mentioned before, this B2B space is about 6 times the size of the direct-to-consumer market, totaling at almost 24 trillion. And to show you a good example of how we can find some success in this market, we're going to introduce wholesale jewelry to you, another business that was able to find some success utilizing these tools we have here at Alibaba. Tony Crisafi, who you'll meet in the video, is someone who's selling on multiple different platforms. And when you sell on multiple platforms, I'm sure a few of you are used to this, harnessing your advertising efforts across those can sometimes be a little tougher of a challenge than it needs to be. But Alibaba, having the amount of selling and buying power through our platform and the data that we're able to encompass through all of that, can really enable our sellers to find some success advertising into new markets. Now, as we go through this video, you'll note that Tony was actually able to sell into 6 different new markets utilizing the Alibaba platform.
Hi, I'm Tony Crisafi, CEO of wholesaleJewelryWebsite.com. The job as a business owner is to push the company into new markets and to move product. We have over 1 million pieces of jewelry that are ready to ship. So I had to think of a way to have a farther reach without actually going anywhere. And a way to do that is B2B. We export to 5 or 6 different countries right now. There's a lot of e-commerce retailers looking for new suppliers that are reliable. I think reliability is key, and there's not a lot of reliability in the market. And I think having a great platform with great SEO is very important to our success. They say opportunity only knocks once. So when Alibaba decided to launch in the US, I thought it was a great opportunity for wholesaleJewelryWebsite.com to be available to 40 plus million buying consumers, which is just unheard of. I mean, if you just look at it in percentages wise, if you get a fraction of a percent, you're going to be doing just fine. And I think the RTS is what's made us so successful so quickly, because our products are on there with our inventory attached to it, ready to ship today. Another thing I like about Alibaba is I don't have to focus so much on SEO. They have an inboard program that does it for you, so it makes it really easy. So I don't have to worry about Google ad spend, Facebook ad spend, Instagram, Pinterest. I don't have to worry about all that, because as long as you're a really good communicator, they're going to put you to the top of the feed because they want the best for their consumers. Why we got such a fast sale, I would attribute it to Alibaba's onboarding team. They've done a really great job building our store for us, and that's one of the reasons why we're so successful, is they know what they're doing, so we trust them to do their job, and they did it really well.
Awesome. So hope you guys enjoyed meeting Tony there and hearing a little bit about his success story through Alibaba. So now we're going to go into a little bit about how to start selling through the Alibaba platform. And what happens during your onboarding stage, as Tony said, we're really good at what we do, and we want to make sure we're helping out our sellers as they get onboarded and offer as much assistance as we can. So you're going to get some business verification, some assisted storefront building, some assisted product uploading as well, all from your US based account manager. So as you start this venture off, we want to pair you with someone who's going to be able to assist you not only from the beginning, but your entire time here at Alibaba. As you get through some of those early stages, we also want to highlight our Alibaba seller training e-courses, which really can help you get a better understanding about, kind of what we're doing in those early stages at Alibaba. So if you're interested in posting your own products and improving your storefront, really anything that could enable our sellers to be more successful on the platform, you're able to learn that in these seller training courses, as well as ask some questions as well to learn more about how you can find success through Alibaba. You also, as I mentioned, your US-based account manager is really a key function of our plans here at Alibaba. So being able to have someone that you can call on a daily basis and not be on a ticketing service, it's a really key feature of this. So if anything comes up in your business, whether that be a new product you want to post, or maybe you're interested in exploring some new markets, this US-based account manager can assist you, can get you some of those data trends we talked about previously, and really just enable our sellers to use all the tools we have here at Alibaba to the best of their capabilities. And then moving on to our cost structure. This is, another great part about Alibaba is how flexible we are with our services. And it's really up to you which tier you want to come in at. I always highly recommend using our premium and verified services to ensure you get that US-based account manager to support you in your journey and your onboarding, especially here at Alibaba. We also have our standard and basic options as well for anyone looking to join the platform with some less support available. However, those teams also get some support granted to them as well. If you're looking to schedule a consultation, feel free to scan the QR code on the right. You're able to speak directly with me if you do so. Happy to answer any questions you may have about the service or chat about how we can find some new opportunities for you overseas. If you guys also are looking for any more content from us, we do have our YouTube page here. We'll have a QR code pop up in a second, and you'll find a lot more short videos like you just saw during this presentation. We have some customer success stories on there, which can be helpful in looking at how you could potentially grow your business overseas. Look at some of the success stories we have from people we've helped out in the past. Here's my link again. If you guys are looking to schedule a consultation, I'd be happy to chat with you guys and help your businesses find some new markets to sell in overseas. Thank you for your time today. It was a pleasure.
Hey, great job, Ben. So thank you so much for speaking to everyone about this really cool topic about exporting internationally. Here we're going to start the Q&A session. There's still time to enter your question to the Q&A box if you'd like to ask. There's going to be some right now. So let's take a look. And so it says, the first question is, how can I get a buyer for handicraft product up? I guess, how would you suggest for the seller? I guess they sell handicraft products to attract buyers who would be interested in them.
Yeah, I mean, using the Alibaba.com storefront is really one of the best ways you can attract some buyers. So if you're looking for a specific type of buyer, you want to list that in your capabilities through the Alibaba.com storefront. You might be looking to sell maybe a couple containers, depending on what kind of seller you are, or maybe you're looking to sell just a few pallets. All of those can be used in your product listings to attract the right kind of buyer through your Alibaba.com storefront. But you can also use our RFQ market, which we mentioned, that request for quotation, to search across our buyer's request to see if there's anyone that has previously requested for this type of service. So then you can also be proactive in searching through our markets to find the right type of buyers that you're looking for.
I think those are both really excellent suggestions for that. There are plenty of tools, handicraft products from India. I feel like that's like a pretty interesting niche to be in, but like our buyers are usually sourcing for all sorts of things, and there might be people who are sourcing for gift shops or like other different stores, and I think you can probably find them if you are able to present your product and your brand up on our platform. And so our second question is, could you please share a few buyers' contact details who want to buy handicraft products from India? I guess it's the same person. So I feel like this is a really wonderful opportunity to talk about actually another service on our platform. Do you know much about Alibaba.com Match?
Yeah, I can chat about that. So Alibaba Match, if you guys are looking to find some new suppliers to facilitate maybe a couple different SKUs or products you're working on, Alibaba.com Match is a team we have based here in LA that will help you source and work through this supplier network we have here at Alibaba to basically make a short list of the 8 best suppliers that we have to work with you on up to 5 different products that you want to develop. So really, they'll have a quick consultation with you to understand what your business needs are and understand what kind of services you need out of your supplier. And then from there, they'll be able to provide you with that short list of suppliers who would be able to help you with those products you're looking to develop.
I think that's great. So I feel like that could be an option, or just searching. If you're looking for buyers, you can always also look in the RFQ market to see if there's anyone requesting handicraft products and such. There are more questions now. So Ahmed asks, what is the difference between the Alibaba.com sellers and suppliers? Sellers and suppliers are kind of like words that we use interchangeably. Basically, that just means that you are selling something on the platform or supplying something on the platform. Usually you're the ones who are, usually the buyers come to our platform to source from them. So yeah. Hi, I'm looking for wholesale suppliers for a variety of products. Well, if that's the case, I think for that, if you're looking to source from these people, you can always search for the products on the platform and then see if there's anyone you want to do business with. Are there any do you have any tips for something like this, Ben?
Yeah, apart from using Alibaba Match, when you're using the Alibaba.com search bar, whenever you look for something, if you're looking for, maybe a specific country to source from, you can always go to the left side of our platform to find a couple different categories to narrow down your search. So you might be looking to see a few options that you could source domestically here in the US. You can always click directly on the US there to see our top US suppliers for that category. But you can also look at a couple different opportunities if you're maybe looking to source from someone from a different country, just to give you a couple different options across a multitude of suppliers we have here on the platform.
Right. I think there's always a lot of there's so many different suppliers in so many different countries. I'm sure no matter what the variety of products are, you can find them if you search or use filters or use whatever kind of search criteria you like to look for. Okay, so the next question is, can you give me an idea of the costs? So let's flip back to this slide. Do you want to talk about a little bit about how this would work? If they were to choose a plan?
Sure. So I said earlier, I always recommend our premium and verified supplier plans. So you're going to pay an annual fee, kind of similar to a trade show, if you want to think about it that way. So once you buy your ticket to the trade show, you're able to own all that business that you bring in from there. So you just have your one-time annual fee here at Alibaba, and then we take 0% commissions from your sales. So you can own 100% of the business that you do on the platform. So let's say you went ahead with that premium plan, which comes in at $9,999 for the year. On top of that, you're going to get all of these services that we talked about throughout the presentation. That comes with the US-based account manager, data insights, as well as access to our RFQ market, and really every tool that we talked about here to help our sellers find some success in these markets. So rather than other platforms which might take 15 to 20% commission on every sale that you make, and kind of giving you a headache on how much cut am I getting on each of these products, we like to keep it simple and just have a one-time annual fee on our membership, and then you can own 100% of your business from there moving forward.
Yeah, we don't want to take part of your like business transactions in that kind of way. So, okay, so Alfred has a question here. Will I be using the Alibaba.com website, or do I have to create my own website and Alibaba.com will just have the products in my website? Oh, that's an interesting one.
Sure. So great question, Alfred. The Alibaba.com storefront that we mentioned previously, where you really want to tailor it to show your capabilities as a supplier or as a seller through the platform, that's something that your account manager will help you develop as you join the platform. So it's not something you have to create yourself. More so, we're just looking for some information about your products, maybe a couple pictures that we can post on your behalf to get everything up and running. Now, having your own website is never a bad idea because, as I said earlier, trust makes business easier. So if someone's looking at your products and they wanted, to take a look at your website as well, and not just on the Alibaba.com storefront,
Yeah.
it's good to have both options there to keep, to show off your business in more than one way. But focusing on the Alibaba.com storefront, that's something that will actually help you create here and make sure that it's up and running and optimized to the best it can be.
Also, the other great thing is that our Alibaba.com the storefronts you see, they are part of our website, and they're also highly customizable. So a lot of people come in and they have some concerns about like branding issues and stuff like that, but there are a lot of different areas where you can put pictures or videos to maintain your brand, and we can almost recreate your own website just on the Alibaba.com platform with your products on it. So yeah, just think of it as yet another way that people can find you on the internet. Good. So Jose says, I need a provider of mini PCs under $75 for emergency markets in South America. What's the volume needed for beginning? Maybe this has something to do with minimum order quantities.
Yeah, Jose, that's going to be specific to each supplier or seller we have through the Alibaba platform. As a buyer, if you're talking to a seller that wouldn't potentially be able to facilitate an order size you're working with, you can always push that to our RFQ market to allow a couple of different sellers to basically return a bid to that business. But most sellers will list their minimum order quantity through the platform on any product they're posting as well. So if you find anything you like looking throughout the Alibaba platform, you should see a minimum order quantity there as well. But you can always send a message to the seller as well to see if they're able to offer a smaller or a bigger quantity than they have listed.
Right. Part of the really wonderful part about Alibaba.com is that it's facilitating discussions between buyers and sellers. So if there are specific needs you want, you can talk to them and see if they're willing to negotiate with you or figure something out. Yeah. We have two more questions. I think we're going to wrap this up. So the first one is, can you please elaborate on the differences between each of these annual plans?
Sure. So I guess we can start off with the premium, my favorite here. So you get a couple product showcases within your Alibaba.com membership, as well as requests to that RFQ market, where a couple of the things that kind of stand out with a premium, you get about 150 more product postings from your US account manager. You also get a bigger startup advertising spend included within that plan. From there, you'll also get some monthly account diagnostics, that account manager based in the US, and some premium support from us as well by joining on the premium level. Now, when you go down to the standard level, you still have access to the RFQ market. You'll still get some keyword trends as well as a product advisor, but you'll get less of a startup advertising budget. You'll have less of your products posted. And basically, that Alibaba seller training course we talked about, you'll still have access to that. But the big missing piece from this is that US-based account manager. So having that person to call on daily, to ask questions, to strategize with about where to take your business potentially into a new market is unique to the premium plan.
Yeah. We've had sellers basically refer to their US-based account manager as like basically an additional team member. And that's particularly useful for businesses that do not have like an in-house e-commerce team. Have someone help work on it with them. Is there anything else you wanted to say? Sorry for interrupting.
Perfect. Really the plans are just tailored to how much support you're going to be needing from us. A couple of the videos we watched were talking about how the onboarding support they received were really successful and finding that success early on the platform. So that's why I always recommend our premium level plan, just to make sure that US-based account manager is in there to help you.
Because sometimes, running a whole business online is basically another full-time job. So that's helpful to have someone else who is invested in your business's success to do that. So there are 2 more questions. I see another new one. So it says, how can I sell my product on your website? I think that's the simpler one of the 2.
Yeah, scan the QR code, schedule a call with me. I'd love to walk you through exactly how to do this. We can discuss a couple different plans, figure out which one's the best for your business. But really, all you'll need to do from your end is go through a little bit of business verification and sign up for one of these annual plans. And then we can start helping you sell through our platform, with helping you create that storefront and getting your product posted to start bringing in some business for you.
And then also, Ralph has a question. Where do I look to see which countries you service and to what degree?
Where do I look to see what countries you service and to what degree? So Alibaba.com, where we serve into, I guess, we are the world's largest global B2B platform. So if you're looking specifically to sell into any new markets, our sellers are granted those data trends into those markets to get some access. But if you're looking to sell globally, anyone can use the Alibaba.com platform to facilitate some business. Yeah.
I would say that, like, if you have a specific concern, it's easier to just probably set up an appointment and call and see what you can do from where you are.
Yeah, please. If you guys have any, follow-up questions we're not able to get to, I'd be happy to have a consultation with you to answer any questions you may have regarding Alibaba.
Yes. And 2 last questions before we end everything. So first, a person is curious about what's in the basic plan. That's probably the simpler one of the 2 again.
Yeah, our basic plan is kind of just, totally scaled down. You're given access to the platform, but in terms of support, it'll be at a minimum from us. So like, creating your US or your storefront, posting your products, as well as getting some access to some data trends. It'll just really kind of be a bare bones membership, which will get you access to start selling, but not much past that. You'll still have access to a couple of our key tools here on the platform, but yeah, I guess that's it for our basic plan.
Yeah, I feel like the basic plan is probably most or more suitable for businesses who have a lot more experience with e-commerce and probably like have their own in-house marketing team that can work on an e-commerce plan for themselves, and therefore they don't need as much support. Yeah. So anyway, last question by Alfred. Just start out. Do I pick a category like toys, or do you recommend to sell all products?
Another great question. Definitely recommend to sell all products. So as a seller or a supplier through Alibaba, you're not limited into the categories or industries that you can sell within. You can sell across our entire landscape on the website. So as we start to post your products and optimize your storefront, your account manager will be able to get back to you with, which products are performing well, which countries are performing best in, and we can use that data to continue to optimize your storefront and postings to boost the success you're finding through the Alibaba.com storefront. So if you have a multitude of products that you're working with, we always recommend to post them all, because you're never going to know where the success will come from on Alibaba. We want to make sure you have every opportunity available to bring it in.
Also, if I remember correctly, I think I remember hearing from you guys that like the more products you have, actually the better it is, like just business wise. But also, like, even if you are selling within a category, sometimes that can be a wide range of products. Like one of our successful sellers is Concession King, and they sell a wide variety of like food and drinks and candies and things, because they basically specialize in things you'll find in a corner store or like snacks and stuff you will find at like a bodega or something. So if that's something, if that counts as all products, that also counts as all products as well, I think. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Do you have something to add?
Yeah, I was just going to say, really, a lot of people are using Alibaba not just for a one-time order, but to facilitate long-term relationships between buyers and sellers. So even if you sell in a couple different categories, but someone comes in just through that one channel, they might be looking across a multitude of products you're able to service them with past that once you build a relationship. So by posting that all through your storefront, it'll really just allow you more opportunities to build those relationships and facilitate some long-term relationships.
Yeah, and if for example, if you do run a like corner store or something, it's probably a lot easier for you to go through one person to get all the things, your inventory, than to go through multiple suppliers to fill up your inventory. But then again, it also can work just as well in like if you specialize in a certain thing. Like for example, another one of our successful sellers is It's Skinny, and they do like low glycemic pastas of different sorts. I mean, they're all pasta, but like because they have a very specific need that they're fulfilling, which is this low glycemic. People are trying to eat healthier. People are trying to like eat gluten-free. And then it's like it's a little bit better for them to specialize in this one very particular need. So it kind of works both ways. Yeah. Well, anyway, I think that's it for now. Once again, if you need the QR code to subscribe to our YouTube channel, you can actually watch the success stories of both Concession King and It's Skinny on our YouTube channel, and as well as many more, including Denny's, Strategic Visionary Solutions, and Wholesale Jewelry Guy, all on here, and learn more about the many different ways you can use our platform. Yeah. Any closing notes, Ben?
I'd just say thanks for coming to our webinar again today. We have a couple of these happening as we go into the next month. So if you guys have any future questions, feel free to come back and learn more as we continue this webinar series.
Yeah, thank you so much. And of course, you can always contact Ben. There's a link in the chat, but also QR code back here if you want to talk to Ben. Thank you so much for listening to us today. Hope to see you next week. Bye.
Bye, everyone.